I learned out here in the hood, maybe me and my boys will give you a little bit of hospitality, huh? Huh? You stupid motherfucker. Didn't you hear me, white boy?
Call him white boy, motherfucker. Been an accident at Bellevue. Need an ambulance right away.
Get the motherfucking car! Ass motherfucker, you!
Does this look familiar?
Hell no, that gun will look for me. I don't know what fucked up by dropping your gun.
Motherfucker. The fuck, claim me? Man! What is fine? He fine. He all right. Who did my son? You played me. You lied to me, my chivo. You sent me down the wrong road. What are you hiding?
It was that dirty cop Shaw killed Max, man.
Fucking hood. I'm starting to get scared.
Come through this motherfucker! Fucking ass down! Come on! They're going nowhere!
The movie opens by introducing Max Ballister, an honest, hardworking LAPD cop living in crime-ridden Los Angeles with his wife Linda. On his way to work, Max witnesses two corrupt officers busting drug gang members, only to secretly steal the drugs instead of turning them in. Realizing what's happening, Max snaps photos as evidence, but the dirty cops notice and force him to run. That night, Max reviews the photos, which clearly show the officers passing drug packages to someone in a car, but frustratingly, only the man's hands are visible, so his identity remains a mystery. Just then, Max's informant Gary calls, claiming he has crucial information and asks to meet. Max agrees immediately, ignoring Linda's fear and warnings since it's late. When Max reaches the meeting spot and rushes toward Gary, he's suddenly shot and killed by an unseen attacker. The next day, Max's funeral is held, and his father Simon arrives. Once a feared crime boss, Simon had abandoned that life when Max chose to be a cop, but their relationship had been broken for 10 years. Max's death crushes him. Linda says Max died in a routine robbery, but she doesn't believe it and suspects a drug gang working with corrupt cops. Filled with grief and rage, Simon refuses to accept this lie and quietly begins planning his revenge. Because of this, Simon decides to stay in the city for now and rents a house from a woman named Alice. While grabbing his luggage from the car, a mafia boss and his men suddenly confront him, seeking revenge for what Simon did to them years ago, an attack that once left him in a coma. They even try to kill him and steal his car.
Fucking hood. I'm starting to get scared.
Come through this motherfucker!
But Simon quickly takes down the two men in front of him like it's nothing. That night, Simon digs into Max's case files, desperate for clues, and finds a business card belonging to investigator Frank Shaw. The next morning, he heads straight to the police station to question Frank, who claims the killer is still unknown, and insists he only arrived in Los Angeles a week ago and never met Max. That answer raises red flags for Simon, especially when he realizes Frank lied. Max had kept his card and number. Still, Simon holds back, refusing to move without solid proof. Later that night, Gary approaches Simon and reveals he was Max's informant. Recognizing Simon as the infamous former crime boss known as the Brave One, Gary admits he was supposed to meet Max the night he died, but an unknown shooter killed Max before that could happen. Simon asks Gary for help finding the killers, but terrified of ending up dead too, Gary refuses. Soon after Gary leaves, a group of thugs jumps Simon, but with the instincts of a former crime boss, he wipes them out effortlessly.
You know what, man? Luck is a funny motherfucking thing. Motherfucker, you gonna tell me who killed my son?
He demands to know who sent them, yet they stay silent until Simon snaps and shoots. Meanwhile, at a gang hideout, ruthless crime lord Armand Tucker talks dirty business with his partner Benny, making his violent nature clear when he explodes in rage and casually kills a business associate over a minor dispute. Just then, Frank arrives and asks if Simon has been eliminated, warning that as long as Simon lives and keeps digging into Max's death, they're all in danger. Armand claims he already sent men to kill him, but moments later, his right-hand man reports the hit failed. This sends Armand into a fury, nearly executing his subordinate until Frank steps in and stresses that Simon is a real threat. Armand scoffs, seeing Simon as an aging relic, convinced he's far more powerful, and even eager to kill Simon himself. The story cuts back to Simon, who opens up to Alice about his past, admitting Max was the reason he abandoned his criminal life, but now, with his son gone, he feels forced to become that ruthless man again. The next day, Simon meets Gary once more, convinced he's close to the truth, and offers any amount of money for his help. After receiving a large payoff, Gary finally agrees and reveals a new lead, a Mexican crime boss named Elchabo. Gary claims Elchabo and his men killed Max, and quickly gives Simon the address of a nightclub where they hang out. After Simon leaves, Isaiah, Gary's brother and a known member of Armand's crew, shows up and warns Gary to stay away from Simon, saying Armand would kill him if he found out. In truth, Gary deliberately set Simon against Elchabo to protect Isaiah, who was involved in Max's death. That night, Simon goes to the club to confront Elchabo, a former business partner. Although Simon suspects him, Elchabo firmly denies any role, insisting he would never betray Simon out of respect. He reveals that Armand is now the top crime boss in Los Angeles and believes Armand's gang is behind Max's murder. Elchabo also explains that Armand's crew keeps stealing his cocaine shipments, protected by corrupt cops, leaving him powerless. Realizing Gary lied, Simon leaves. The next day, Isaiah and his men ambush Simon on the road, triggering a brutal high-speed chase with non-stop gunfire. Simon leads them into a remote area, causes a devastating crash, and forces Isaiah to confess. Under pressure, Isaiah admits Armand ordered the hit. Hours later, Isaiah reports the failure to Armand, who explodes in rage. Furious that Simon is still alive and that Isaiah exposed him, Armand orders Isaiah to kill Simon again, threatening to slaughter his entire family if he fails. While at the same time, Elchabo's men begin hunting Gary. Elchabo's men, furious that Gary pushed Simon against their boss, move to kill him.
Hey, where you going, nigga? Alone out here in the hood, maybe me and my boys will give you a little bit of hospitality, huh?
Move it, white boy!
You stupid motherfucker. Didn't you hear me, white boy?
Call him white boy, motherfucker. Gary! Let's go!
Until Simon suddenly shows up, beats them down, and saves Gary. Shaken, Gary thanks Simon and apologizes, admitting he only did it to protect his brother Isaiah. Simon promises to spare Isaiah if Gary reveals Armand's hideout, but Gary refuses and walks away, unaware that Simon secretly plants a tracker on him. Later, Gary warns Isaiah that Simon is hunting Armand, but Isaiah confidently claims Armand's crew will kill Simon first. That night, Isaiah pulls Gary into another job, robbing Elchabo's drug stash, as rumors spread about a major deal. Simon secretly listens in and heads for the location himself. There, he spots Armand and Frank setting up a robbery, until Frank suddenly kills a gangster, triggering a brutal shootout as both sides think they've been betrayed. Armand's crew escapes with the cash and drugs from Elchabo's fallen men, and Simon finally realizes Frank is a corrupt cop working with Armand. he quietly plants a GPS tracker on their car, tracks them to a hidden base, and sneaks inside, overhearing plans to sell cocaine to a Colombian cartel the next night. Once they leave, Simon slips into the drug storage area. Hours later, Simon gets home and sees on the tracker that Armand's crew is coming for him. He tells Alice to hide, then faces the attackers head-on. Simon comes face to face with Armand and the survivors, and during the shootout, he's shot while shielding Alice. Just as they're about to be executed, police sirens force Armand's gang to flee.
Go get the motherfucking car!
After recovering, Simon resumes his revenge and goes straight to Gary. At Gary's place, Isaiah blocks him, but Simon wastes no time, brutally taking down Isaiah and his men before forcing Gary to tell the truth.
Claim me?
Gary finally confesses that Frank was the one who shot Max, explaining he tried to warn Max about an assassination planned by Armand and Frank, but arrived too late and could only watch him die. With the truth revealed, Simon arms himself and infiltrates Armand's hideout during a cocaine deal with a Colombian cartel, unnoticed by both sides. The deal collapses when Simon reveals he swapped all the drugs with flour, triggering a bloody firefight as the cartel turns on Armand's crew. Amid the chaos, Simon eliminates the remaining gunmen, leaving only Armand and Frank.
Crossing me, don't make this shit.
Frank charges Simon after running out of bullets and is easily beaten. Then Armand steps in, but Simon kills Frank anyway. Having avenged Max, Simon disarms Armand but spares his life, and quietly disappears back into the shadows. In the end, Simon walks away alone, having paid the price for revenge and reclaimed his son's honor. The story reminds us that corruption always destroys from the inside, and violence, even when justified, never truly heals loss. True justice demands courage, sacrifice, and the strength to face the truth. If you enjoyed this intense story of loyalty, revenge, and moral choices, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what you think Simon should have done next.